What's going on, guys? Aaron here from Departures Capital, and this is your Sunday live stream. We're going to give you guys a few seconds to join the room. Anybody who's tuning in after the fact, make sure to hit that like button, support this stream, and we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff about our channel, about the markets, about new and upcoming developments, and just some ideas for this week. We also have a bunch of stock picks that we're personally going to be more than likely buying this week. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff. So what's going on, guys? My mom's the first comment. What's up, Mom? Just gonna turn this down a little bit. How's everybody doing on Sunday? I didn't even know it was Super Bowl Sunday, so tune into the stream, but we probably won't be catching the Super Bowl. What's up, Jeff? What's up, John? What's up, Doug? LOL, Mom. What rumors? Feel free to drop links. We'll take a look at that, but we're going to be recapping. I'm doing good. How about you? What's up, the Joey Mr. HD? It's nice to know that you guys are checking in on Sunday. So we're just going to give you guys a few more seconds, and then we're going to get straight to the content. Oops. So first off, guys, we're going to be taking a look. I'm working, gotta catch my daily ACB update though. Yeah. Well, we potentially could have some articles, but like I said, feel free to drop some links. What I wanted to first start by taking a look at was the extent of the rally that we've seen so far. What's up, Cash? I want to take a look at the extent of the rally we've seen. We saw the S&P 500 break into the 2700s, so the rally is in full effect. But what I wanted to talk about was we're probably gonna reach some resistance if we keep rallying around 2780 to 2800 on the S&P. So what's up, Andrew? What's up, Thomas? Yeah, guys, so like I said, we're gonna be taking a look at a bunch of stuff, but first I wanted to start with the S&P 500. Just as I feel like we could rally potentially another 3 to 5%. And then I feel like we could trade sideways between 2650 to 2800. But I do think that the markets have made a substantial recovery. Well, we know the markets have made a substantial recovery, and it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here, because we've been riding high on that patient Fed, but we've also been getting a lot of good, like, quality jobs numbers, and that's kind of concerning. Like, it's good to know that the job market's healthy, but at the same time, a little bit of a concern for me, because you know how quickly the Fed can change their stance on things. No more, enough already with SPY. Hello, kind of new here. Time to go down for a little. Yeah, I think that we could potentially see a pullback in the next week or two. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. We do have a list of stocks that we're taking a look at, so we'll go through those with you guys. Bunch of picks for the cannabis sector, some mining stocks. We're currently neutral on tech. There's not really much I want to add to tech right now, just as I feel like the Nasdaq has seen a really nice rally, and after earnings season we could see a pullback. We've got a couple picks for the oil and gas sector, lots of picks for the utilities sector, healthcare, and I'm really liking some REITs right now, so we're definitely going to be talking about those. How far ACB may go in the future, possibility of 20 bucks. Coffee and CBD, first commercial on the Super Bowl. Gonna be big. I'm not a big sports fan. What time does the Super Bowl start? Sorry guys, I'm totally out of it. Alright, so we also wanted to touch in on gold, crude oil, 6 p.m. Alright, so we still got some time. But so for anybody who didn't tune in throughout the week, on Friday we did buy some Medmen. Medmen. So we did buy some Medmen. Just as I've been watching the stock for a while, and you know, I wanted it to drop to these levels. Saw a nice little pullback recently. And I know there is a lawsuit going on, but but honestly, I think that, like anything, like look what happened with Aphria. Not to say it's the same thing, but I just feel like Medmen's pretty good at these prices, and in terms of like we've got some support. So Medmen's definitely a riskier pick, but I mean I think like Medmen at these levels, I've always wanted to get in on Medmen. I was looking at Medmen when it was around $6. I looked at it around $6-7, and I was like, nah, it's too expensive for me. I'm gonna have to do some more research, but yeah, like I said, took a small position. Comfortable with adding in the 3s too, but for now I think Medmen is an interesting one to take a look at. We're also taking a look at Seva for the week. I definitely want to own some Seva. I just feel like they could potentially pull back a little bit, but what I've been noticing with the stock was kind of what you call a descending triangle. So we're seeing it kind of level out here, and I think could potentially be putting in some support right in around 450. If we see a red day tomorrow, I think it's going to be the time to buy Seva. At least for us, we're not telling you guys to buy any stocks. We're not financial advisors, but you know the drill. I heard Andrew Left now has Kronos in his crosshairs. It's going to get good. Crushing it all. Did you guys see the weather? Some parts -50 with the wind chill. Well, currently it's 5 degrees here in Ontario, so it's crazy. The weather goes from -35 with the wind chill to 5 degrees, and now everything's melting. There's water all over the roads. Weather can't make up its mind. So stay in a smoke. What's up, Levon? Who's this jabroni? I haven't heard that word in a long time. What's going on, Darcy? 71 people in the room. Hit that like button, guys, if you didn't already. Thank you for tuning in on Sundays. Another thing I wanted to talk about was if you go to departurescapital.com, we now have our schedule up. So VIP Trader live stream, Sundays 2 to 3. Well, we're a little bit late today. I'm not going to be doing a stream between 6 and 7, but on Sundays from now on, in the future, we're going to be doing Sunday live stream 2 to 3, 6 to 7, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesday, Thursday, 2 to 3 p.m. What's going on, Armando? Well, geez, I wish I was in Miami. But I do know some people are I forget where it is. I don't know if it's in Miami or where it is, but the Grant Cardone 10X conference, that seems pretty fun. Too bad I didn't get to attend that. All right, guys, so T-God is the next stock we'll take a look at. I got some free hip-hop beats for the stream, but I'm working on, a friend of mine makes beats, so he's gonna be doing some beats for my live stream. I feel like support the local artists. Is Kronos the next Tilray? That's what I talked about last week. Honestly, the charts are looking pretty good for T-God, guys. T-God's made a nice little bounce. Do you got your stop set on the Kronos shares, Steven? Because you timed that pretty well. I mean, what I was talking about for T-God was I want to see T-God get back up into like the high 3s, mid 4s, trade sideways, and then hopefully go back up to 5. So that would be sweet to see. So yeah, I mean, a few more things I wanted to talk about. We just put out a video, top 3 oil picks. I wanted to get your opinion on where you guys think oil's headed. Personally, I think if the markets continue to rally, we could see oil potentially go into the, that's too far out. We could potentially see oil go back up into the 60s. I would like to see oil get back up into the 60s. I think at the 60 is a pretty comfortable number for oil. Nowhere to go but up on oil. Yeah, oil was heavily oversold. One sec, we'll show you guys something. Don't really talk about our other avenues of social media, but We have a bunch of Instagrams. So Departures Capital Instagram, there's that one. And then let's find my personal one. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Departures Capital or Aaron Mazer, you can find me on Instagram. You'll see all my stuff. I'm more active on my personal Instagram. So feel free to drop me a follow. That's one way of contacting me. Got all my travel pics and stuff on there. So anyways, so back to the content, guys. So I'm just gonna recap a bunch of stuff. I'll take questions in 2 seconds. So where we think gold is heading. So gold's held on to its gains recently, despite the market rally, despite all the good news. We did sell off from 1330, but I do think gold is gonna continue higher. If the markets do continue to rally, I think we could see gold drop back into the low 1300s, but long term we are pretty bullish for gold. Steven, you're hilarious. All right. Namaste. We did buy some Namaste early last week, I believe. It's dropped a little bit though. I think we were buying at $1.40 something. Now it's down to $1.38. Namaste is a tricky one, but I do think we will hold this support of about $1.30. It would be nice to see Namaste explode again. I think it's due for a run. Gold, silver, copper, long term. Yes, sir, Doug. I think so too. Now there was some news that came out about Aurora Cannabis. More articles. See if we can find those for you guys. January 16th. Some old stuff. 3 marijuana stocks to watch in February. Wall Street thinks Aurora Cannabis can be growth in Tilray. February 1st. This is pretty relevant news. So we've got 3 articles. I know it's a fool article. You guys like these beats? I've heard about sugar too. Thank you, Billy. So I just want to talk about the Aurora Cannabis part on here. Oh, there's not even Aurora Cannabis in this article. Why Wall Street thinks Aurora Cannabis can be growth and Tilray will soar 40% or more. Big Canadian marijuana stocks are hot, but why are they too hot? The biggest of them all, Canopy Growth, has enjoyed a great ride. How old is this? It's a new article. Wall Street analysts surveyed the Wall Street Journal think these 3 of the top marijuana stocks can deliver even greater gains over the next 12 months. We think so too. The world's going to pot, hemp, hooray. Alright, so let's talk about the hemp section about this. Just turn this down just a little bit. I know you guys like the beats. Decent time to put. Think it's a decent time for me to put a little bit into oil. Will it run as high as Chronos? You're the man. Come to NYC. I'll bring you around the hood. Thanks for the videos, my man William. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the hospitality. Haven't been to New York in a while. That'd be fun. We shoot some cool videos. But anyways, I just want to talk about this one section on hemp. There's already one way the major Canadian cannabis producers could establish U.S. operations without fear of having their stocks delisted. The U.S. recently legalized hemp, which is cannabis that contains low levels of THC. Canopy Growth has already announced it's expanding into the U.S. hemp market. The company plans to build a hemp industrial park in New York State. I think that's really big for Canopy, and I think it's nice to see that they're on top of that. So far, neither Aurora nor Tilray said that they will also establish operations in the U.S. hemp market. However, Tilray announced in December that it has signed a bidding letter of intent with LiveWell Canada for a deal whereby LiveWell will supply hemp CBD to Tilray. The opportunity could be enormous. Cannabis market research company Brightfield Group estimates U.S. hemp CBD could total $22 billion by 2022. So I think ACB needs to get into the hemp market. That's for sure. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the recent debt that they raised. I feel like they are definitely up to something. I don't know, Snapchat only IG. What's your take on what James West said on Friday? They love to stir the pot. They definitely love to stir the pot. He's got a lot of big guests on the show. He does a lot of great interviews. Cam Batley's been on the show a ton of times. And I think ACB definitely has more in the cards. They like to be a little bit mysterious. Cam Batley does a really good job of creating hype, but it makes people want to own the stock because you feel like they're always up to something. They're always up to that. What's next for Aurora Cannabis, right? Why there's at least 2 monster years ahead for Aurora Cannabis. So this was a really interesting article, very positive, out of Seeking Alpha. I've read articles from this guy before, Gary Borgelot. Within a year, Aurora's production levels will easily more than triple, combined with guided profit. What is this? Profitability within 2 quarters. It should drive the share price up. So what do you guys think about this? Aurora Cannabis has been rapidly scaling production over the last several months. It's gone from 70,000 kgs to 150. Its management stated it's in its largest earnings report. It is poised to boost production to about 500 kilograms by 2020. That's in less than a year. Depending on which baseline above you want to use, Aurora will be boosting kilogram production levels by at least 3 times within a year. Further out, it has a potential to increase that with its current holdings by an additional 200 to 300 kgs. We made a video about how ACB could hit 1 million kgs per year. Let's see how long this article is. It's not that long. It's a pretty small article, so yeah, we'll take a quick look at this, guys. It's not that long. Considering the potential just on the revenue side of the business, this points to some very high levels of growth over the next couple of years. Bear in mind, reaching 500,000 kgs per year level doesn't mean it'll immediately have a major impact on the company. Since cannabis isn't a seasonal business, using that run rate should be a reliable metric in analyzing future performance. Another element to take into consideration is it'll be hard to know at time what the average sell price per gram will be in various markets. For example, Germany tends to command a higher price per gram. The good news in my view is demand is exceeding supply. Weren't we talking the opposite before that? Profitability coming in recent press releases, CEO Terry Booth said, our consistent and high quality production continues to significantly ramp up as expected, fueling even further growth. Going forward, we see sustained strong demand for adult use market as evidenced by public statements from the Canadian provinces, as well as strong patient-driven demand for medical cannabis abroad. This is what I like to see, and our growing portfolio of higher margin products put us in a position to rapidly achieve